Hey fermenters, I recently met a Hungarian woman and she was telling me about a pickling style that they do. It's traditional in Hungary called 𝐒𝐡𝐴𝐺 Uborka. Forgive me if I didn't say that right. So she told me about the technique and I looked it up and I'm going to give it a try. So one of the techniques is how you slice up the pickles. So you leave them whole, but you actually do cut off the tip of them. And then you make slits into the sides without cutting off the ends. So I'm just very carefully made one slit all the way through, and I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and do the same thing. So now there's a way for the brine to penetrate, but as you can see, well, it's hard to see, but so the brine will be able to get in there and do the pickling quickly, and yet the cucumber is still more or less whole. So the next part's going to seem more like a traditional pickle jar build, so to speak. So I've got my peeled garlic cloves. I'm just going to put those in. I've got some dill that's a few days old, but it's still good here. Put a nice little clump of dill in. And I'm also going to add, again, some traditional Hungarian spices, which are mustard seeds. So I've got some brown mustard seeds, some yellow mustard seeds. All right, so the key difference, one of the key differences that we do with the Hungarian style is we use a piece of bread. I've got some sourdough bread here, and we actually put that on the top of the whole situation. It's a little large here. I'm just going to cut it. Next step is to mix up the brine, and I'm going to make a light brine, and that is a 3% brine by weight. I'm going to stir it up to dissolve the salt. And then I'm going to pour the brine over the vegetables here. It's enough to cover it. If any of you follow my adventures already, you know that I like to label all of my ferments so that I know when I started them. I like to use blue tape. It's a painter's tape. It's got a nice stickiness without being overly sticky. And a Sharpie marker to label my jars. And we'll go find a sunny spot for this. I've watched a few videos, and looks like people just keep it simple and add something like a bowl on top to keep out insects. So we'll find a nice spot for this and come and check on it in about 3 days. All right, I think we found our spot. It gets a good amount of sunlight all day long. It's been just 4 days since we started our Hungarian style pickle. Well, let's check on it. All right, we've removed it from its sunny spot, and give it a whiff. It smells pretty pickled by now. I'm going to go ahead and just remove the bread here. It's just pretty soggy. All right, reach down in and grab one of these cukes. Sure enough, it looks pretty darn pickled here. See, pretty well. I'll be darned. It's a fantastic pickle. I say it's perfect just as it is. Tons of flavor, nice texture, nice saltiness. Love this technique. Once again, this was a Hungarian style pickle called 𝐒𝐡𝐴𝐺 Uborka. I know what to do with the leftover soggy bread. Hello, girls.